Don't Paint the House. That's a crazy title for a podcast episode, but it's an actual story, a real story from someone that I used to work with. And listen to this episode and find out how it can help you be more productive in your personal life and in your business. Welcome to another episode of the Wedding Business Solutions Podcast. I'm your host, Alan Berg, speaker, author, sales trainer, website reviewer, here to help you in your wedding and event business sell more, profit more, and have more fun doing it. Enjoy this episode. Hi, it's Alan Berg with the Wedding Business Solutions Podcast. And today I want to share a story with you that'll hopefully get you to do more things than you're doing now and not get stuck by looking at the big picture and saying, hey, I can't do this. It's a story I call Don't Paint the House. And it's a true story. It's actually a true story of a friend of mine that I worked with at the Knot. And Ellie is great on my team, and she had bought a house, and it was really great that she bought the house. And she would always complain to me that I need to paint the house and I just don't have time. And after we would talk about business, I would say, so, how's the house coming? How's the house painting? And she's like, oh, gosh, I need to paint the house and I just don't have the time. And this would go on for weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks. So one day, I think it was a Thursday, I said, after we talked business, I said, so how's the house coming along? She goes, oh, I need to paint the house. I just don't have the time. And I told her, I said, so don't paint the house. She said, no, but it needs painting. It's an old house and it needs painting. We want to change some colors and stuff. I said, right. But you said you don't have the time. She said, right. I said, okay, so don't paint the house. She was confused and I understood why. I said, it's Thursday. Between now and Sunday, could you paint one wall in one room? And she was a little confused by the question. I said, it's Thursday, right? Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, right? She has a daughter. I said, you could do this after work. You could do it on the weekend. Between now and Sunday, could you paint one wall in one room? And she said, well, I need to patch and plaster first before I paint. I said, okay, but it's Thursday. Could you patch and plaster and paint one wall in one room between now and Sunday? And she said, well, the ceiling's kind of tall and I don't know that I have a ladder tall enough to get up to the top. And I was like, okay, so you hear where this is going, right? All the reasons why you can't as opposed to why you can. So I said, okay, it's too tall and you can't get up, you don't have a ladder. I quickly went on to homedepot.com and I found a long pole that you can put the roller on or a pad painter and you can get right up to the edge without even using a ladder. And I sent her a link and I said, okay, between now and Sunday, could you patch, plaster, and paint one wall in one room? And she said, well, I don't have any paint and I don't have any drop cloths. And I said, okay. So what if today you went out and you got drop cloths and paint and rollers and whatever, and plaster and whatever. And then tomorrow you patched and patched the wall up, and then it was dry by Saturday, and then you could sand it and put the first coat on, and then Sunday you could put the second coat on. Said you could have one wall done, right? But see, she couldn't because she didn't have the paint yet. She didn't have the plaster yet. She didn't have the rollers or the spackle or the ladder or the pole or whatever it was. See, you can't do this all in one stage. You have to do this in stages. Now, sometimes we get lucky. We get up Saturday morning, we go to the store, we get all the supplies, we come back, we patch whatever. In the afternoon, it's done, we paint, and there we go. And this applies to just about anything in our lives. You can't make a new website in a day. Well, you probably could, but maybe not a good one. But really, it's a set of stages because you have to get the photos ready. You have to get the text that you're going to need for that. You have to get any links or any other things that you want to have on there, any other content, before you can actually build the site. You have to get the domain name. You have to get it registered. You have to get hosting, right? All these things. Now, you might be able to do all that in one day, but you have to gather all that stuff together. So that the point of Don't Paint the House is, how can you break a project down into manageable pieces so you can do something as opposed to doing nothing? Same thing I'm doing with my podcast. Some days I get on a roll and I'll record 2, 3, 4, 5 different episodes. And then days will go by and I won't record at all. But I had to go through the stages. First, I had to get it set up. So thank you, Richie. Richie Stedman is my producer, and Richie has got me all set up, told me where I had to go. But I had to do some things. I had to get some stuff set up on Buzzsprout, and we had to get up on Apple and on Google and on Stitcher and on Spotify and on iHeartRadio. And then I'm doing the YouTube separately from that and the videos. All of these things are little pieces, but you have to get these little pieces done to get the whole done. The key is to not look at it as the whole project and get paralyzed by, oh my gosh, there's so much to do, and then you do nothing. The key is to do something. It's the way I taught myself Spanish. Every day, I would just try to do a little bit. I'm doing that with French now. Every day, I do a little bit. I did Rosetta Stone, I did Pimsleur, I did some other things, and now I'm doing Duolingo. And every day, I'm on that app for at least a little bit. At least 10, 15 minutes, sometimes for an hour or more. When I'm walking outside or when I'm working out, I'm trying to do French lessons. Because I could choose. I could choose to listen to music. I could listen to somebody's podcast. I could watch TV. I could do none of those. Or I could do that. The key is to break it down into manageable pieces, and then you're working forward towards the goal. Because you could be standing still, going backwards, or moving forward, and I want you to be moving forward. So what is your wall? What wall can you paint today that'll get you towards the bigger whole? Or better yet, you know you need to paint that wall. I'm talking metaphorically, of course. Can you go out and get the little chips so you have the colors? Can you buy the drop cloths and the rollers and the trays and everything that you'll need once you're ready? Can you have it ready so when you have some time, you have an hour and you can go do it, just like I'm doing this podcast right now? It happens to be, I'm recording this on a Friday afternoon. It's almost 6 o'clock. I got on a roll with some podcasts and I said, you know what? I'm going to do this one right now. I have this thought here. I'm going to do it now. Now, I might not edit it today. It may not get edited for a week or more, but it's already recorded and you can't edit it until it's recorded. So think about Don't Paint the House. Think about what can you do today? What wall can you do to get it ready? Get yourself motivated. Do something. That's what I'm hoping for you. Thanks for tuning in to this episode of the Wedding Business Solutions Podcast. Full transcripts of this and every episode are available on my website at alanberg.com. And if you have any questions about anything in this episode or any of the episodes, or you'd like to make a suggestion for a future topic or a guest for one of my dialogue episodes, you can email me directly at alan@weddingbusinesssolutions.com. Please subscribe to this channel, post a review if your platform allows it, and if you don't get email updates of the latest episodes, as well as upcoming workshops and masterclasses that I have, you can join at connectwithalanberg.com. I look forward to seeing you on a future episode. Thanks.